Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome to Unstoppable. It's been a long while since I got this to the table, and we're gonna play it today. We are going to be Tiberious Plex, the corrupt councilman. What can I tell you about Tiberious? He starts with three cards, as they all do. His focus is on spreading damage between multiple threats. Tiberius was recently elected to replace a popular favourite councilman who was poisoned. He's secretly in debt to the Triumvirate crime ring who orchestrated the whole thing to get him into a position as a powerful ambassador from the Council of the Silver family. So that's Tiberious Plex. And we are taking on today the Triumvirate. Let's have a little read about them. They are everywhere. Wherever there are people, there are members of the Triumvirate. Lurking in the shadows, the underground crime syndicate operates within the dark, seedy underbelly of each planet's society. Every limb of this foul tree bears poisonous fruits. The time has finally come to chop it down once and for all, and you are the axe. To strike at the leaders, you'll first need to destabilize the organization. You have three primary targets: the Grand Triarch Mega Casino, whose secure vaults contains the majority of their capital reserve, the ease distribution facilities, which provide the Triumvirate with its most readily available cash flow, and the Black Site hangar, which is rumoured to be the base for the Triumvirate smuggling operations. Okay, so we're going to tuck this here. So there's a couple of things that are happening. We've taken some of their deck, and we have shuffled two of those into our deck, and actually one of those has come out already. And let's just talk about what happens here. So we're going to have to do damage to these places. We're going to play on easy because I'm not very good, so we'll put this over here. We're going to have to do damage to each of these places, and then we're going to be able to do some damage to the boss, essentially. Or I think it's when there's a certain number of these left. So when you deal one boss damage, if at least two other cards, location cards, that's these, are active, you must deal it to an active location card. Otherwise, you may deal it to an active location card or to this boss. So if we get rid of two of these, we'll be able to damage the boss. When you level up, that's when we run out of threat cards from our deck. Take the top card of the boss deck and put it into your discard pile, unless the deck is empty. To defeat this boss, deal 5 damage per player. So once we get through and we can actually damage it, we only have to do 5 damage, which isn't too bad. So that's that. That's everything we're looking at here. Let's just have a look at these locations, shall we? So to defeat this card, deal 5 damage per player. When defeated, each player may spend 2 coins to deal 1 boss damage. Flip this card to its inactive side. To defeat, deal 3 damage per player. When defeated, each player, what was that symbol again? That was can eliminate 1 card. And this one is when defeated, deal 4 damage. When defeated, each player may move their training token up 2 spaces. We'll come to that when we get there. I think that's everything you need to know. I'll try and show you my hand down here, but when we get allies, we're going to have to place them there as well. So we have 2 strikes, which deal 1 damage, and we have Thrive on Chaos. If there are 3 plus active threats, gain 1 coin. When we level up, we gain 1 coin for each active threat with damage. So by having threat or damage spread across these, we're going to get more money. That's it. We get to do the upkeep phase. We get our 3 tokens. We refresh all allies, resolve any upkeep abilities. Then we draw 3 cards from the core deck. So in case you don't know, these are 1 to 6 levels. So we're only able to draw from where our bottom part of this marker is from, or where we've got training eventually. So at the moment, they're both here. We're going to take the top 3 cards of these, and I'll show you what these look like, because this is, if you haven't seen this game, it's really, really cool. So this is Exceed Your Limits. It's going to cost 1 action point. This is the faction it's in, and if you have 5 or less health, deal 2 damage. So if we're struggling, this is going to do some damage. I'm just going to flip this over, because on the other side you'll see that this shows you what happens when the card is picked up, and we will slide it into one of these sleeves, and these sleeves have the enemies on the back. So if I was to flip over this card, you'll be able to see the enemy is on the back of this card. So once we've used these, they go into our discard pile, and then eventually they're going to come back into our threat deck as enemies that we have to fight. So we may want that, we may not. We're going to take this one. We've got the Peaceful Agreement. This gains us one action. Conspire. Refresh one enemy. I have to remind myself of the keywords every time I play this. Conspire. A mandatory effect. Trigger if there is at least one other card of the same faction. So you can see this is this faction. Can't remember what it's called. The Viren. We don't have any of those cards as far as I'm aware. So this isn't going to be too helpful. So there's that one. And then our final one was Gadwick's Emporium, which is just gain 3 coins, which is great for upgrades, but is it what we need right now? Possibly. I'd really like some damage, if I'm honest, but we haven't got any cards that really do that. Okay. Okay, I think I'm not sure it's what I want, but I think I'm going to take this one. We'll maybe get some allies as we go. So the 2 that we don't take go back underneath this pile of cards. So that goes there. This card slides into this deck. I've got these the wrong way around, I think. Slides into this deck. Are these in the envelope? These are in the thing the wrong way around, I think. Hold on. Somehow we've got them in the sleeves the wrong way around. Okay. And now when we take this card, it comes into our hand. However, once we've used it, it goes through the discard. We're going to turn it over and we're going to have an enemy. We don't get to look at that enemy, so don't know what we've done. This is just going to give us an extra 1 when we draw it. We don't need it for this turn, so it's not really the best. But we might be able to upgrade it with something. So let's talk about our enemies, shall we? So we have a threat deck, which is this deck here. This threat that's on the deck is also part of the action. We don't have to clear it, but they might have keywords that will impact us. This one has got Rage, which will discard when this threat is added into the battlefield, discard 1 ally from play. So we'd probably want to kill this before getting an ally out. I don't know if we've got any allies, to be fair. Let's talk about our enemies. So you can see we've got 3 enemies here. We've got these fiefs, and we've got this strongman. Now, this is showing us that this enemy will do 1 damage plus the enemy threat level, or the boss threat level. If we look at that, that's 0. But if this was down here, they'd be doing 1 damage plus 2 for that. This is defense for the boss level when we get to that. So if we bring this back up here, we also have, come back to our threat. So we have those 2 thieves, and we have this strongman. Now this is the boss minion. So when we kill this, we're going to be able to do damage to the boss, or to the boss's locations. And you'll notice down here, this has got an ongoing effect, which is do extra damage after you've defeated it. So once we've defeated, we can do 4 damage to one of these enemies. The other thing that happens here is we can see we've got the health of the enemy is their defense plus their attack. So in this instance, their defense, their health is 1. In this instance, their health is 1, 2. Because this hasn't gone up further than that, but it can do, and therefore they'll be stronger. We have 2 strikes, so we can do 2 damage, which feels like it's the right thing to do. But before we do that, we can choose, or during this, we can upgrade. Play cards, exhaust allies, and buy upgrades. So let's have a little look at some of the upgrades here. We have legitimate pay. If we slot this into our card, we're just going to get 2 extra coins. We start with 3. It's going to cost 3 to buy. So over time, it'll make us some money. This one costs 2 to buy from the value at the top here. It's going to give us 5 armor, but it's going to add 1 attack to an enemy card that we slide it into. This one here gives the card taunt, but when we defeat it, we do 2 damage. Gain the top card of the level deck, 1 or 2, into your hand immediately. So we could put this into here, play it, and immediately gain this card. This is gain 6 block, search the deck or discard pile for an ally card, and add it to your hand. I genuinely don't know if I have an ally card. I should have looked. Let's not worry about that. I don't think that's what we want right now. This one's going to give us 2 extra 2 extra actions, but it's going to come at a cost of extra defense. This one is going to give an enemy rage and 2 defense. This card costs 3 less to play. We haven't really got any expensive cards. That doesn't really help. And this one over here, refresh X allies, focus to refresh X allies, costs 2 less if you have a Viren card, which we do. So we could get this one for free, ultimately. Is there a benefit of getting it, though? So I'm just having a look at, there's a really handy little reference card here. Focus. Focus is equal to the number of cards of the same faction as the card in your hand. So at the moment we have no focus if we were to put that on this one. More likely to have these cards come out, which would be useful. Okay, so we're going to play this card first. Well, let's just have a think about it. Do we want to buy any of these? I'm quite tempted just to buy this one, to be honest with you. It's cheap. Well, it's not cheap, but it will earn us more money as we go. And it does nothing for the enemies where everything else does. I mean, I guess just focusing on trying to get some allies would also be useful. Because if we can get some allies, we can do damage. We can take this one for free. Let's do it. I'm going to take you for free because it would cost 2. But if we have a Viren card, if it's added to a Viren card, it's going to cost less. So we're going to slide this one. And the way this works is you slide it between the 2 cards. And now you can see we've got an extra thing here. We're going to move this over here. We can still buy extra upgrades. This one is going to do 2 damage. But when we defeat an enemy, we'll be able to train, which is pretty nice. That's 2 credits. I think I'm going to take it. That means we're doing extra damage, and I'm going to slide this down into this one, I think. So now this is a card that actually does damage for us. That costs us 2 credits. Pretty sure that's what it said. Let me just double check. Yeah, 2 credits. Now we're a little bit stronger. This one comes over here. Again, we can earn more credits if we wanted to. It's going to cost us 3. We've only got 1 left. Okay, let's have a think about what we're doing then here. We're going to do Thrive on Chaos. So this is our first card that we're going to play. If there are 3 active threats, gain 1 coin. There are 3 active threats, so we're going to get a credit. And if this was level 2, we'd get extra if we put damage on them. This is going to do 2 damage. We're going to do it to the strongman, which means we defeat this one. When we defeat this, we can do 4 damage elsewhere. And when we defeat these cards come into our hand. So you are now defeated. We can do 4 damage elsewhere. Unfortunately, we can't spread this. I think I'm going to do 4 damage to this back alley Blade Master because they've got rage on them. So we can do that and put that card here. That equally means if we get an ally, which we didn't know that was an ally, but if we get an ally, we can we don't have to discard them because of the rage. So this card is going to go into our discard pile. We've got 4 damage to do elsewhere. Sorry, we've done our 4 damage. When we defeated you, we get a credit. So we're going to take 1 more credit and put it into our reserve here. Now we have the chance to spend one of our action points to do a strike. The strike will go, I mean, they stay in our hand for the time being, but it will go into our discard pile. But we do 1 damage to this, comes into our hand. And then we can do another one to do 1 damage to this, comes into our hand. We should also trigger the action here. So this is when this card enters your hand, or enters play, deal 1 damage and put it in your discard pile. While it's in your discard pile, cannot be triggered. So we get to do 1 boss damage. I mean, it feels like I'm going to put it on this one because this will get us to train, which might help. We need to do 4 damage to that, but we've done 1. That goes into our discard pile along with everything else. Okay, so that's all those done. We've still got these 3 strikes plus, and now we've got an ally, plus we've got this peaceful agreement, but I think we're going to save all of these cards. So once we've done that, we have done the main phase. We take damage from all active threats. There are none. We lose any armor. We don't have any. We then discard all play tactic cards. We've done that. We lose all unspent actions. Fine. We reset armor to 0. We didn't have any. We refill the battlefield with active threats. So there's one. There's an enemy with taunt and another enemy with rage. Okay. So this is another boss threat, so we're hopefully going to be able to do a bit more damage to them. But when taunt comes out, it means we have to focus on this one first. There's a couple of things we have to do before that. We advance this by 1. The enemies are going to get stronger fairly soon, but having all of these out right now isn't the end of the world. That's the end of that. We move back to the upkeep phase. We gain 3 action points. We refresh any allies and any upkeep effects. Then we draft 3 cards from our level. That's these 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, what have we got? We have Optical Overlay. 1 damage plus do a training. Unite. Deal 1 damage. So Unite is X. Unite X is a number of unique factions in hand or in play. So at the moment we would have 2 if we took this card. We have Dangerous Dealings. 2 coins. If you have 2 plus upgrades on cards in your hand, deal 2 damage. Not horrendous. And this one here, Veteran Soldiers, Solidarity, 2 actions points plus 1 coin. It's not damage. I think we're going to take the overlay. I think that makes the most sense because we want some damage. We can slide that into this card here. So we've now got another card into our hand. These 2 cards go back underneath here. And then we're into the main phase again. We've got 3 coins, so we can do some shopping. We do have an ally, but obviously we've got Rage. Rage is only when played to the battlefield, so we can now play this guy. He's going to do 1 damage. If we were level 3, he'd do a Unite action and gain us block. But using you might not be the worst shout. I'd like to put some damage on you or something else, but we don't have any. I do just need to check the level ups that I've done were tactics, right? Yeah, so these cards have a type, so this is a tactic card. I just wanted to make sure that I did put a tactic on a tactic card. I'm pretty sure I did, but yeah. They're both tactics. Okay, good. Okay, that answers that one. So, from our point of view, we've now got an optical overlay. We do need to deal with this, but that's not the end of the world. If we can deal with this as well, which we can then do another 3 damage over here, which will be quite nice. Okay. Okay, levels, but do we want to buy anything? This card's cost 3 less to play. That might not be too bad with this. It means a lot of money. This one gets us 2 action points. Maybe we just take the one that gives us 3 free money. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to spend 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to buy this, which is gives us 2 coins. Where am I going to put it? We'll figure that out in a second. We'll put this card down here. I do need to check something. On allies, I think we trigger the effects on it as well. So every time we use an ally, we will gain 2 coins. Let me just check that's correct. Exhausting an ally. To exhaust an ally, rotate it 90 degrees. When an ally is exhausted, resolve the effects following the exhaust icon. Okay, so we don't get that. Most allies only have 1 exhaust icon, but some have multiple. For an example, you may resolve the effects, including those from upgrades, in any order. So is there... If the card has upgrades, they may add further effects that trigger when exhausted. Just going to have a look through this deck. I presume there's some that have when exhaust. Not many of them, if there is. Repeat this card's original effect. That can't be right, right? When exhausted. So there are some that specifically say... Well, there's one. There's another one. Okay. Not many. That's interesting. Okay. So we're only going to be able to do the when exhausted when they're exhausted. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's put these back over here. Okay, so that's not as useful if it goes on that. I think we're just going to put it on one of our starting cards, maybe. Not great, but we want to get rid of these eventually, but you know, keeping one upgraded is fine. Okay, I really wanted some more damage. I'm going to move these out of the way. I am going to play my ally, which is 1, to get him out. Then I'm going to exhaust my ally, which is do 1 damage, which I'm going to put on the taunt enemy. Then I'm going to play our peaceful agreement, which means we get to gain 1 of these back. And conspire requires another card of this faction in hand. We don't have any. Focus is... Well, I probably shouldn't have put this on the same card, but focus is equal to the number of cards of the same faction. Have I made a terrible error here? I think I have. I need more of these cards. Okay, well that's fine. We're going to play you anyway, because, well, let's hold off on that then, for the time being. Let's spend... Let's do this in a slightly different order. I'm going to put you back. I'm going to spend 2 to play my overlay. Am I going to do this? Yeah, we're going to spend 2 to do my optical overlay, which is 1 damage plus 1 training. And it's unite, which is X is the number of unique factions in hand or in play. So that's 2. We've got 1 Veron and we've got 1 Council. So we're doing 2 more damage. So that's 3 damage to you. So you go away, you come into our hand. Okay, perfect. Now, we want to kill this dude if we can. First things first, we're going to spend our spare credits to gain 1 credit. Okay. I'm then going to... I don't need to exhaust you, you're a discard. I'm going to spend our peaceful agreement to gain 1 of these back. And if we had a card of the same type, we could use it. We can't, so that's fine. I'm then going to spend 1. Then going to spend 1 to play our ally, which means I can exhaust you to put 1 damage on you. I'm then going to spend another 1 to play our strike, which is going to get us 2 more coins and do 1 damage, which is enough to kill you. So your health, your total health at the moment is 2. So that's you added to our hand, which we'll have to deal with in a second. And then, because when we kill this card, we get 3 damage, we're going to do 3 damage to you, which means you come into our hand as well. Okay, so that's you spent. You remain exhausted. We've now got another damage that we can do over here, which we'll put on this. So that's you dealt with. We've exhausted all of these cards. I think I'm done. I've got no more actions to spend. So you go here. These stay in our hand. That's the end of that. We now do the fret. Take any damage from active threats. There are none. Lose any health or armor. We don't. Discard all play tactics. We've done. Lose all unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with threats. We've got 1 and 2. We don't have enough. So when your deck is empty and there are no active threats, if your deck is empty and a new threat must be added. So we just got this ally out and we're about to lose our benefit of doing it. So when we level up, we advance both level discs by 1. We discard all tactics and ally cards from play and draw down to 3 cards. We've got 3 cards here. We resolve any boss special effects. The boss special effect, when you level up, take the top card and add it to your discard deck. Okay. And then reshuffle your discard pile into a draw side pile and place the threat side here. Okay, so that's all of those. You go here. Hold on, you shouldn't be in this deck, should you? Oh, maybe you should. Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, you should be in this deck. Okay, so you go here. You should be flipped over. Okay, so this is slightly bad news because the next threat is fast, which means that comes out at the same time. Do we keep going? So fast threats do not count as the limit of free active threats, so I need to draw another card. Well, that could be better, right? Because we've now got two fast ones here. We've got a rage, which we know deals damage to or gets rid of our allies, and we've got crazed, which is if your current health value is equal to or lower than the crazed value, the crazed deals 2 damage to itself. Okay, so this is pretty bad news. The plus point is we don't have any threats, or focus that we need to do, or taunt. So that's the one plus point. However, there's a lot here going on, right? I'd really like to be able to do this to level up too, but it's our go. Did we do everything in the level up? I think we did. Resolve any boss effects, shuffle the draw card, place them here, threat side up. Okay, we carry on with our turn. So we get to draw 3 cards from here. 1, 2, and 3. This comes back down and sets down here. We have an ally, Attuned Shadow Hunter. Discard 1 active non-threat with damage. Discard 1 active non-boss threat with damage. This does not count as defeating the threat. Okay, so we don't get the benefits for the when defeated. Okay, and it costs 1 to play. We have this one, which is aid from the resistance, 6 shield. While this card is in play, your allies in play gain this effect. When exhausted, gain 1 action token and deal 2 damage. Don't mind that. And not that we have any allies. And this one, we have the Viren Strategy. 2 damage, focus the number of cards in this faction in hand. So I'd like to start getting some more of these cards anyway. And it does X damage depending on your focus. But doing 2 damage right off the get-go is the only one we can really take because we're in serious trouble at this moment in time with the amount of stuff. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We're going to take some damage, but you know, it'd be nice not to, or to negate as much as we can. So damage is the way to do that. So these go back into the 3 deck here. And that is the end of that. We're now back to our turn. We get to do an upgrade if we want, play some cards if we want, all of that stuff. So upgrades, what have we got? I'd really like some upgrades that do damage. We've got one over here, which is pretty nice. It's going to add fast to the deck, which I'm not massively sold on, but I think we might do it. I mean, we could take the hollow pistol, which is going to give us oh, hold on. We need to move this down as well, right? Because we finished the cleanup phase. We need to move this here. That means everything gets stronger. However, when we reach that icon, something happens. What the heck is it? We can, when the danger marker reaches this space, you may cycle any number of upgrades. Okay. Let's get rid of the ones we don't necessarily want. Get rid of, I mean, you're pretty good. I'm going to get rid of you and you. And I think I might get rid of you. Okay, so we're going to put these at the bottom. We're doing this because we reached this space that has the first action bit on there. And then we can buy all of these. Okay, so that's that. This one is just going to do straight up damage, and when defeated we get to move the thing along. I don't mind that at all. This one is a cost 2 less if attached to a silver card. We don't have any in our hand. This one costs 2 less to play, which I quite like to put on some of them. But okay. So let's talk about our enemies now, because this one is now worth 3 health. This one is worth 2. This one is worth 2 still, or 2 now, and then this one is worth 3 plus 1, so 4. So we're now having to do a hell of a lot more damage than we previously were, which is not great. Okay, so I think getting some more... I'm going to buy you, I think, for 1. I guess I'll tuck you on this card. Not sure that's wise, but I'm going to tuck you on this card. Okay. So that was 1 coin. We put you down here. This is going to cost us 7, but gets 2 coins and does 2 sets of 2 damage. That's nice. What can I afford here? I can afford this. Gain the top 2 level 1 or 2 level 1 or 2 cards into your hand. Don't know if I want those necessarily, and that's the only other one I could get is this, which I'm quite tempted to, just to make sure we're getting as much damage as we can. I'm going to spend 2. I'm not sure we're really building the most sort of consistence of decks. We're just at this moment in time trying to deal with the damage. Okay, let's spend 1 of these to play our strike. So our strike is doing 2 damage plus 1 damage. That's 3 damage, which is enough to kill you. When we kill you, you come into our hand and we get to do 3 more damage. I'm then going to do 3 damage to you, am I? That's 2. Is that a waste? You've got 4 health. You've got 2 health. This is going to benefit us by getting rid of one of these and allowing us to level our thing up a little bit more, get a better card next time. So getting rid of you might be good, but is there a way that we can get rid of you anyway? Okay, I'm going to do 3 damage to you, which is a coin when we kill you, and we get our optical overlay back. Okay, I'm then going to use our Viren strategy, which is 1, which does 2 damage, which we're going to spend on you, which gets us to kill you, plus gives us 1 damage somewhere else. So let's put that on you, I guess. Okay. I've only got 1 card left, 1 action left, which isn't going to help me. I should have put you down. Okay. And I guess I'm just going to spend a strike to do 1 damage to you, which defeats you. There is a benefit for us leaving some of these out, but that's fine. We're going to gain a coin and defeat you. And that is me done. So these are all the cards I've got left in my hand. These are the spent cards. We're not really meant to put them in the discard until we're done all the rest of these. We have 2 of the minion cards, which means we get to do 2 damage to this. When we do, we get to take this out, we get to expand this by 2, level up twice, and we get to flip this to in its inactive side. New action, once per turn you may spend 1 action to level up and gain 1 health. So now we've defeated this, there's a benefit for us, which is quite nice. That's that. We've still got 1 to spend. No, we haven't. I think we spent it. Okay, so that's us done. We now go through the rest of the phases. The fret phase, take damage from all active threats. We are taking 2 damage. We're down to 8. Okay. Okay, so that's that. We clear the... no, we don't clear it. We take damage. We lose 1 armor or health. We discard all play tactics. We've done. We lose all unspent coins. We've done. We reset armor. We refill the battlefield. So 1 and 1. Okay, that's a bit more like it. We then advance this by 1. So in this stage, we can discard a card. And that card can be... Eliminate a card. Choose 1 card in your hand or your discard pile. I think it makes sense for us to get rid of this strike. So we're going to cull that from our hand entirely. Just means we're going to have a better chance of getting some cards out and doing some stuff a bit later on. Okay, fine. So that's that. Then we're into the upkeep phase. Gain 3 actions. We can do that. We draw 3 cards from our deck. So 1, 2, and 3. This goes back over here. What have we got? We have Viren Revenishism. It's costing us 1. We get 3 actions and 2 coins to do it. Not bad. We have this, which costs us 2, but we do 3 damage and then 2 damage. If we're going very heavy on our damage, maybe that's the way forward. And then we have this dude, Duke Khan. When we exhaust him, until the end of this turn, threat targets lose all keywords and bonuses. What are bonuses? Or we exhaust it, do 2 damage or gain 3 shields. What are bonuses? Are bonuses like the additional, like we get upgrades? I presume they are. I'm quite tempted with just going raw damage again. Because if I could then get a card that means this costs less to play, that would be really nice. There isn't one out there at the moment, but just want to see what bonus, if it says the keyword bonus anywhere, or I'm not entirely sure. I've seen the word bonus. Achievement bonuses, that's not what we're looking for. Before resolving any bonus, draw the defeated threat and add it to your hand. So bonus is the thing for us, I think. Let me just read that again. Before resolving any bonus, draw the defeated threat and add it to your hand. Flip the card over to rotate it so it's in your view. Defeating threats is the primary way to draw cards. So bonus is the bit in the bottom corner when defeated. Not sure you're as helpful as I would like. I don't know if I want another card that costs me 2 to play it, mind you. I mean, I would like it, but I'm not sure right now is the right time. That said, we could get some levels, but then I'd have a handful of multiple cards to do that. So doesn't feel like it's necessarily the right way. I'm going to get rid of these 2, and I'm going to take this. It's another one of the Viren cards, which is pretty helpful. So that's that. You go there. We'll take you and put you into a sleeve. And you go into our hand. Okay. So, it's our turn. What upgrades have we got? We've only got 2 coins, but we do have a way of gaining 2 more. Okay. I am going to play this guy. Costs 1, but then we get 3 back and we get 2 coins. That takes us up to 4. 4 makes it a little bit of a healthy choice. This one isn't too bad. This card costs 2 less to play. It means we're going to have a free card. This one over here does 2 damage and a level. Costs 2 less if we put it on a silver card. I don't have any, so I think I'm going to buy you the Badge of Valor, and I am going to put you onto... I'm going to put you onto you, I think. I'm not sure you're the greatest choice, but... yeah, I'm going to put it onto this one. So this one is a card that allows us to do 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunt. So that's quite nice. So we may as well play you. So you're going out for 3. We do 1, 1, and 1. Don't think it goes to the on deck. I think it's just on the battlefield. If we get this to if we get to level 4, this is going to do something. Deal 1 threat to each threat, ignoring taunt, so we're going to be able to do both of those from those things. Okay, interesting. So that's that one done and that one done. We've got a load of these, so I'm going to spend 2 of these to do my optical overlay. Deal X damage. X is equal to the number of unique factions. That's 2. So we're doing 1 damage and moving this along. So what? Who's got the... So these are all still 2 damage, right? Not sure any of these really fill me with a huge amount of joy. Because I'm not getting any extra damage. But we'll do 1 damage to you, killing you. We get this card and we get 1 coin when you're defeated. Didn't spend my money. Okay, so that's that one done. That's an ally, which we can then play. So, oh no, we need to do this. So we've got 2 unique, so I'm doing 2 damage. Which I'm going to do to either one of you. It doesn't really matter. You've got the upgrade, so we'll take you. So that's that done. I'm going to spend 1 to play you, which gets us 2 more coins and does 1 damage. That's enough to kill you. So you come into our hand again. So all of these have been played. I can then play my ally with 1 of these and exhaust you to do 1 damage to you over here. Okay, so if we turn this over and there was a fast card here, we wouldn't have to worry about putting it out. It's only when you're doing the cleanup phase. So we could do 1 more damage, but I think I'm going to hold on. So these all go over here. Although I'm going to spend it. Let's do 1 damage. That means this guy is also dead. It comes into our hand. And these go into our discard pile. What the heck is this? What is this? Why is there no... Oh, I see. It's gone in the wrong way. Okay. Okay, so that's that done. So we do the fret phase. Take all damage from active threats. There is none. We do the lose health. There are none to lose health with. Discard all played tactic cards. We've done. Lose all unspent action cards, reset armor, refill the battlefield with active threats. So you still stay here like this. We get you, you, and you come out? Do you come out? Where's fast? Fast threats do not count towards the limit of active threats. During the cleanup phase, continue adding threats until there are 3 non-fast threats. So we don't have to worry about you coming out. You can go here. Okay. This moves down 1. We get to refresh these, which I think I will this time. Let's get rid of you. I'd like this to put on some allies so they do extra damage. And let's get rid of you, I think. Okay, so that's that done. We get to put these 2 out. So we've got... This card costs 3 less to play, and we've got this one, which is 2 damage, 2 coins, and a heal, which is quite nice. Okay, then we get to do our gain 3 of these, and refresh all allies. Okay, and resolve any upkeep effects. So we're still at 1. We now get to draw 3 cards from this deck. 1, 2, and 3. We have Unleash Your Strength. This is a gain a training, which we need to reset. And discard 1 active threat with damage. So pretty nice card with the cards we're using. If we start putting damage on people, we can then just get rid of one while we when we spend this, which is quite nice. It doesn't do anything else really other than the training. This one is Dr. Rapura. An ally activate or exhaust to gain a heal. Conspire, refresh 1 ally. Conspire was triggered if there is at least one other card of the same faction in your hand. We've got a few of these now, so maybe that's not too bad. And then the last one was Overclock, a free card. Does 1 coin and 1 damage. You have 4+ upgrades on cards in your discard pile and in play. Gain 1 and deal 2 damage. I mean, we must have, right? But a situation as to when this comes out. Because if it comes out of the early part of the round, it's useless, right? But it's pretty nice. It's free as well. Do like free damage. I do like free damage, you know. What are we thinking? You know what? I'm going to take the Overclock, I think. Not sure it's the wisest move, but I'm going to take it. Okay, so that's that. These two go back under the 3 deck. We can upgrade if we would like. And I would like, as it turns out. Let's have a think about the damage we need to do. So you are currently at 3 damage. 1, 2, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3 damage. 4 damage. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2. 1, 2 damage and 3 defense. 4 defense. Or 4 health. Okay, that's a lot. Don't know if we're going to be able to do that much. Well, first things first, have we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have got 4 in our discard pile, so you're going to be stronger. Okay, so that's good news. We've got to defeat you first. Okay, so let's play you to begin with, and we'll come back to upgrades. We're going to gain a coin, and we're going to do 1 damage, plus, if you have 4+ upgrades on your discard pile or in play, gain 1 of these, and deal 2 more damage. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so that's you done. We don't need to turn you around, we'll just tuck you over here. Okay, then I may as well exhaust you to do 1 damage, or do we hold on. Now, I'm just going to do 1 damage to you. So that's you defeated. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So your whole health was 4. That's that done. That moves along. You come into our hand. Okay. Okay. Just having a look at the upgrades. We could get this accidental ritual. If we attach it to a silver card, it's costs less. And it does 2 damage. I think we might, you know. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take... Oh, there's another taunt over here. I didn't realise. Well, that sucks. Because I was like, well, I can kill you and then kill you. I don't know if I can, or I don't think I can. Okay. You've got 3 health. That's fine. Okay. I am going to buy this for 4. We're just going all out damage, ultimately. And I'm going to buy this for 2 because it costs 2 less, because I'm going to put it on this card here. Our 0 cost 5 on chaos. It was a tactic. So now this card is getting even stronger. Obviously the enemy's getting stronger, but that's fine. I am going to spend 1 strike to do 1 damage to you. Then I'm going to spend our 5 on chaos, which does 2 damage to you. I don't have to spend anything to put you out. Does 2 damage. I don't have any active threats or anything. We do 2 damage to you, so that's enough to kill you. And we turn you over and put you in our hand. I'm going to spend you straight away to get a coin. So that was 2 damage. I then get to move you up 1 and do another 2 damage, which will do to you. So 1, 2, 3 is what we need on you. that's all of yours done. I'm going to spend one of these strikes to do 1 damage to you. That's enough to kill you. You're still at level 1. It's enough to kill you. When we do, we turn this over. So we're going to now do 1 damage over here, which we'll put on this one here. We need to do 5 to it, but I think that's fine. And when this card enters your hand, we've done that, so that's fine. You can go in our discard pile. And then when we killed you, you do 4 damage to something else, which we're going to do to this, which is only worth 2. So you go into our hand, and our deck is now empty. If your deck is empty and there are no active threats, you level up. So we level up right now. Okay, so our leveling up is discard all tactic cards and that from play. Okay. Optionally discard any 1 card. Do I want to get rid of another strike? I do. I'm going to get rid of you. Resolve any boss specific effects. So we get a new one of these into our deck. And then reshuffle all of your cards in your discard and place the threat side up here. Okay, so you go here. We've got 1 card left. I don't think we want to spend that. I can spend one of these. New action. Once per turn, you may spend one of these to move this card up. Should have put this out here. And gain 1 health. Nice. Okay, so that's that done. We are done. So the end of this is the threat phase. Take damage from active threat. Discard all play tactics. Lose all unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. 1, 2, 3. So we don't have any fast or taunt. That's quite nice. Refill the battlefield. Advance the danger by 1. We're still on 1s, but next on we're going to be 2s. You go here. You go here. Okay, upkeep fees. Gain the action points. Refresh any allies. Draw 3 cards from our active level. So we need to move this along 1, right? Boop. And we should have moved this along 1. We get 3 from here. So whenever we level up, we move both of the markers up, right? Advance both level discs by 1. Don't think we did that. 1, 2, 3. If I did, I apologize. But we are looking at the level 6 cards. So we have 13 meters under, which is deal 13 damage. You may split this effect among any chosen target let's read this again. Deal 13 damage. You may split this effect as you choose among X targets. Holy. X being the number you spend on it. Okay. I mean, that's huge, right? Especially when we're going holy damage. Admiral Worley. Unite. Deal X damage. So deal X2. Unite X is the number of unique factions in hand or in play. I mean, we've got a few. We do have a few. I'm not sure we have enough to make this worthwhile. And then the last one is Motorbike Barrage. It costs nothing. We get 1 energy and it does 4 damage. Bargain. Bargain costs X minus 1 for each card of this faction type in hand. We don't have any of these. We are taking this one. 13 meters under, doing 13 damage. We can split it against multiple enemies. Seems like it's huge. This goes over here, and you come back over here. Okay, so now I think for this card, getting more action points is going to be key. Okay, let's have a look at what we're doing then. So we've got 3 damage, no, 2 health, and then 2, 3 health, right? Okay, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. We can buy something if we wanted to. I wonder if these count in effect to this card, because this is how many ever action points you spend is how much damage this does, and this says this card costs 2 less to play. I presume it will count. If I play it for 0, it still would count as 2, which seems like it could be really important, right? I can't afford it, but I'm just saying, sounds like it could be really important. Okay. Okay, so this would be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do 10 damage by just doing this if we spend all of our action points. So let's do you first. That's a bit of a waste, but we're going to do you to get 4. I'd really like 5. Is there a way I can get 5? Not really. Okay, this is fine. So I'm going to spend you to get 1 more action point. I'm then going to spend all 4 of these to do this 13 damage across 4 enemies. So we'll kill you, which is 2. We'll kill you, which is 4. We'll kill you, which is 3. So that's 7. And then the last one is we'll kill you, which is 3. But when defeated, we do 4 damage. So we're going to kill you. When defeated, we move this little track along. Perfect. So these are all our cards in our hand. These 2 are the ones we spent. We still had damage left over, but we couldn't do it against anything else. We have 1 of these, so we'll spend 1 over here on you. So that's that done. You go into our discard pile. We've got a load of very basic cards for next time, but that's fine. I didn't buy anything. These go into my discard pile. Discard all unplayed tactic cards, lose all unspent action, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield with active threats. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This goes down. So now we're doing 2. I can spend 1 coin to discard a card. I don't know if I spent a coin to discard a card last time. Don't think I did. I'm going to get rid of a coin just in case I didn't. Okay, so we've got a card here with fast. Doesn't really do anything, but it does mean we need to draw the next one. So now we've got 3 enemies without fast on. Now they're all worth 2. So this is 4 health, 4 health, 4, 6, no, 2, 4, 6 health, and 3 health. That's a lot of health. That is a lot of health. Okay, we get to draw 3 cards from here. So 1, 2, 3. We also get our 3 action markers back. We have a reclaimed gunship. 4 damage and then 3 damage. It's going to cost 3 to play, which is not great. Focus X for shields. Focus the number of cards this faction in hand. I mean, we're getting quite a few of these. I have to look up these keywords every single time. It's insane. Okay, so that would cost us 3 to play. We've got this guy who is Uneasy Agreement, 2 damage, Conspire, a fresh 1 ally. Don't feel like we've got enough allies happening for that. And then we've got this, which is an ally, Gadgeteer. Deal X. X is the number of upgrades on cards in your hand and in play. That feels like it could be useful. It does cost 2 to play, but if we then get an upgrade that means this costs less to play, then that adds to the damage, right? And we do have cards that allow us to refresh allies and stuff, so maybe not the end of the world. Like if I was to buy this card and play it, we would do 2 damage right now because we've got 2 upgrades. But if I then brought one of these, that means this costs less to play. This one over here, for example, then this would be free to play and it would do 3 damage. Getting there seems like a lot of effort though. Okay, I'm going to take the reclaimed gunship. So we're going to put it in this sleeve. We're going to have to turn this card around because they're all in the wrong way around because I'm an idiot. Okay, that's that one done. Reclaim gunship. You go into our hand. These two go back up here. And we move this back down. Okay. Now what? I think I took one of these and put it in the deck. I'm not 100% sure. I think I did when I leveled up. I might be wrong with that. So now we've got 2 coins to spend, but I'm going to spend you to get 3 more of these. You cost 1, so, and we get 2 coins. Okay, so that's you spent. I really want to get something to make this cheaper. So I've got 4 to spend. This costs me 2 less when applied to a Viren card. So we're going to spend 2 and we'll put you on the Reclaimed Gunship. So it's now only going to cost 1 to play. That's quite nice. We get to put you out. Bargain. Okay, is there anything worth 2 other than these 2? Gain the top card of each deck. Okay, let's see what we can do then. So, my gunship can do a reasonable amount of damage. And we said your health is 4, right? Okay, that seems like an approach. So your health is 4, your health is 4, your health is 2, 4, 6. Okay. I guess we play you first. So you would cost 3. You're only going to cost 1. Focus is the number of cards in this faction in hand or in play. So it's 2. So we're going to get 2 shield. Okay. Then we're going to do 4 damage, which I'll do to you. When we do that, we get to do another 3 damage. I'll do 3 to you. And I'll do another 3 to you, right? I have no choice really. Not really what I wanted to do, but so the 4 damage went on this one and killed it. The 3 damage for when we killed it went on to this one. I can't split this up, unfortunately, which means I've still got 3 damage to do, which I may as well, there is no taunt or anything, right? So I may as well put this on you. Okay. Then, I'm not sure this is the best way, but this is what we're doing. When this card enters your hand, deal 1 damage to the thing over here. So we'll do that. Okay. So we're going to put you here, which means we do 1 damage to you, which is enough to kill you. We have to spend 1 action point. Means we've got 2 damage left. So you're dead. And you do 3 damage somewhere else. So we'll do that to you, which is 6, which is enough to kill you. So you come into our hand and we get 2 more credits. And then you have 2 damage to do over here, which is 1, 2. So that's you done. You go into the discard and we do 1 more damage over here. We're 1 short of being able to do something over here. You just need 1 damage on you, so I'm going to spend 1 to do our strike with the credits. So that's 2 more credits and 1 damage to you. So that's you dead. Okay, look at us, we're motoring along. Now I could try and kill you. Equally, I could do this. So let's spend 1 of you to move this along 1 and gain 1 health. And then, how many upgrades have we got? If you have 4 upgrades, the cards in your hand, or in play, or in the discard. So 1, 2, 3. I must have a... Yeah, I've got there. This will do 3 damage, which I may as well do to you, right? So I'm going to spend you to do... you cost 0, which means you have gain a coin, plus do 1 damage. If you have 4 plus cards in your hand or a discard, gain another one of these and do 2 more damage, which is enough to get rid of you. So that's that one done. Now, I could get rid of you as well. Is there a benefit to just leaving you there? Possibly. I think I'm going to stop where I am. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 things, which is a huge upgrade. Most expensive upgrades we've got is this card costs 3 less to play, or this one which gets 2 coins and does 2 sets of 2 damage. Do we want to spend 7 on this? It seems like a lot. I'm going to wait because we can refresh. Okay, that's me done. These will go into my discard pile. So the threat, there is none. Lose any armor or health, so the armor we had goes down. Discard all play tactics, lose or any unspent action points. Don't have any others I could spend it on. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. Here's where we get our taunts and fasts. Yep, okay, good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and a taunt on top over here as well. So we have to deal with these first. This sucks a little bit. Okay. Well, that's a little bit rough, but let's not worry too much about it. Oh no. This guy has got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here alone. Oh man, this is a little rough. Okay. Okay, well it is what it is. Okay. So these have all come out. We've discarded all tactic cards, lose all any spell action, reset his armor. So we're up to the upkeep phase. Gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Refresh all allies. We don't have any. Resolve any upkeep effects. We don't have any. Draw 3 cards from where we are over here. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. What have we got this time? We've got the global target. Does 1 individual damage across the board. I quite like that. Because it's nice to be able to spread this. Unite if X to discard a card. Okay. We have the Enlightened Hermit. You may add tactic upgrades to this card, but they do not resolve when the card is played. Oh, okay. So you don't. So this is, you can use the, where every time you use this card, it's going to use the tactic upgrade effects on the exhaust. Which is quite nice, but might be a little too late, I think, maybe on that one. Call for aid. Unite, defeat X threats. X is the number of unique factions in hand and in play. And Unite was mantra effect equal to the number of unique factions present amongst your cards in hand or in play. I mean, we've got quite a few now. That could be really strong. It costs 5 to play, mind you. But I could then buy this, which means it costs 3 less to play. Yeah, right now, we would have 1, 2, 2. It's not great, but it would get rid of 2 active threats. But it would cost 2 to do it, so I'm not sure it overweighs, but... Should we take the global target? Let's take the global target. It's the one that does 1 damage on each enemy on 4 times. That's fine. We'll just cope with that one because I can add more damage to it, right? So that goes into our hand. These 2 go back up here. And you go back over into this one. Okay. So now we're into the actual main phase. We could buy some upgrades. Okay. Do we just buy this? This is a load of damage, right? I think I might just buy this for 7. That's all of our money. Might regret doing this. That's all of our money. We're going to get to put you in a card. I mean, this is really the only one we would put it on. This is becoming an insane card. Okay, that's what we're doing then. So, what have we got going on? So we need to do 6 damage over here, right? 2, 3, so 4, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage over here. Okay, this does 4 plus 2. That would get rid of that entirely. We then need to do 3 damage over here, 4 damage over here. Okay, then we're in trouble. Then we're in a bit of trouble. I will say that. But then we don't know what we're going to get when we kill these, right? So let's do you first. 1 cost. We're going to do 4 damage plus 2 from here. So that's, we get 2 coins, first of all. 1, 2. Oh, I need to refresh the old doodah. 1, 2, 2. What are we going to do here? Let's do 2, 4, 6. So that's 2, 4, 6. We've got 2 left on this card. When defeated, move this along. We turn that over and put that into our hand. It's a good one. Okay, we've got 2 left over here, so we have to put that on you. Right? So you've still got 2 health left. This can come over here. We may as well spend this one then, right? If there are 3 active threats, gain this. So we're going to gain 1 coin and gain 1 for each active threat with damage on it. Do we want to hold off on this? No. No, because he's got a thing, right? So we're going to gain 1 of these. We are going to do 2 damage, which is enough to kill you. So you can come into our hand. We then have another 2 damage and move this along. So our next 2 damage, where are we going to put that, I wonder? I mean, we may as well put it on you, right? So we need to do an extra 1 to you. Okay, so that's that one done. We may as well spend our credits to get an extra coin. So we've now got 5. Is there anything obvious here that we want to buy for 5? Yes, let's buy these 3 for this one, the las pistol, and we're going to put it on our chief of staff, which we maybe should have done ages ago. So that's an ally that we can put that on. We can put you back over here. Okay, then we're going to play our ally, so that's 1, which means we can turn you to exhaust you. Unite. Unite is the number of unique factions, so we've got 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. So we get 2 shields, and we get to do 1 damage, which is enough to kill you. When we kill you, you do 1 damage to this. Hold on, let's keep this here because you do 1 damage on your death, right? I may as well just put that onto something. We'll come back to it. So we'll keep you here, but we do 1 damage to this, which is enough to kill you. When defeated, you may spend 2 coins to do 1 damage, boss damage. So I'm going to put you here. I'm going to do 1 damage to the boss. We only need to put 4 on you now. We then get to do 1 damage to anything that we've just killed, or anything on our board here. So you're going to be 5. You're going to be 3, and you're going to be 3. What's the most I can do here? 3. So if I put this on you, I guess. So you're 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's that done. We're going to play you, which is 1 damage plus 2 damage. So that's 4 damage to you, which is enough to kill you, which gets me a coin. And that was the 3 damage from here plus the one that was already on you. So that's you done. And that was this card, this being spent. Okay, I think I'm done. I think that's all of it. We've still got some active threats on board. So you are doing 2 damage to us. That's our shield gone. And you are doing 3 damage to us. 1, 2, 3. Ouchie. That hurt a little bit. Okay. But getting you out again was a waste of time, as always. Right, so we need to do our cleanup phase. Fret. We took all the fret damage, lose 1 armor, lose all health. Yeah, we've done that. Discard all tactics cards and ally cards, lose all unspent action cards. Sorry. We keep you here, lose all unspent action cards, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield of active threats. We cannot do that, so we get rid of all of you into our discard pile. We take 1 of you and add to our hand. We shuffle all of these. If we get 1 more time through this hand, we should be able to finish this. So we get you into the proceedings. You've got double rage. Okay, good. Oh, and 2 of these are the oh no, only 1 is the triumvirate. Okay, so that's that refilled. We have to level up. So level up. We move this along. And we move this along. We discard all tactics and allies from play. We draw down to 3 cards. We discard a card if we would like to. Do I have another just plain strike? Don't know if I do, other than the 1 in my hand, and I really want to keep that. I think I could get rid of this free credits. It's just gumming up our deck, right? I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, that's that done. So you go back here. Okay, then we resolve any boss special effects. We've put 1 into our deck, reshuffle the discard part, paste it here. Okay, we're back here to the gain 3 action points. 1, 2, 3. And resolve any allies, draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, and 3. Something good, hopefully. We have Might of House Silver. This is a 5 damage. While this card's in play, you may place non-boss threats on the bottom of the deck when defeated. Each time you do so, draw 2 cards. While this card's in play, you may play non-boss threats on the bottom of your deck when defeated. Each time you do, draw 2 cards. So I guess that just stops us going through. Oh yeah, what is the benefit of that? That puts them back into this, right? I guess you get your cards back to deal damage and stuff. Okay, the Might of the Resistance. While this card's in play, your allies in play gain this effect. When exhausted, resolve the affected trigger twice. I like that, but we've only got 1 ally that we really see. Uprising. Gain 1 coin and deal 2 damage for each action point you have after playing this card's cost. While this card is in play, each time you gain an action point, deal 2 damage. I think I'm gonna take that. I think actually, it's probably not the strongest, but I think I'm gonna take that. So you go back over here. We put you into this deck or into this card and into our hand. Okay. Okay, we are now level 4. That's quite nice as it goes. Do we move this up? I don't know. We move it up now, right? I might have forgotten to move this up. I don't know if I've done this many turns or if I've just been forgetting to move this up. I'm so sorry if I have. I feel like normally we're much further down this track, so I might have forgotten to move this up. what have we got going on then? So you are still worth 2. We get to refresh these cards. I'm going to refresh a load of them, actually. Get rid of you. Going to get rid of you. Going to get rid of you. I think I'll get rid of you as well, although healing might come in handy. Get rid of you. I'll leave that last one. Okay. So we have you, 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 and you. Okay. We've literally just gone damage, right? That's our whole plan for this. Okay. So I've only got 1 coin, which would give us this. Not sure that's helpful or that helpful. We could be in trouble here, I think. Let's have a think. So you're still on 2 at the moment, so that's 4 that we need to spend on you, right? 2 damage plus that. You're on 3 plus this, so that's 5 that we need to do to you, and you are 3 that we need to do to you. Okay. Okay, well, let's play you first, right? Because you are free to play and deal 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunt. Deal 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunt if you're level 4. So we're doing 2 here, 2 here. You know what's funny is when I do this, I go through and say, well, this is 4, and this is 5, and this is 4, and then as soon as I've done that, I've forgotten what I've said. So that's you done, but that's a load of damage across the board, right? So you need another 2 on you. You need another 2 on you, 3 on you, and you need another 2 on you. Okay, so let's play this one. So this is gain 1 coin and deal 2 damage for each of these you've got left. So I spend 1 of you. So we're doing 2 damage for each token you have. After paying this card's cost, while this card is in play, each time you gain 1, you get 2 damage. So I've got no way of gaining any, unfortunately, but I'm guessing this means I add it all together, or can I do this separately? I'm guessing I have to add it all together. That makes the most sense. Gain 1 coin and deal 2 damage for each token you have. Oh, so I should get 2 coins, right? Okay. So we're doing 4 damage. There's nothing here that really helps me with that. So let's do you, I guess. So that gets rid of... Let's get rid of you. So that's 5 in total because of that. So we get rid of that. We gain a coin, which puts us to 4. Okay. Okay. Now I've got four coins. I'm going to spend it on this, I think. So we'll put this down here and we'll buy you. I am going to put you on the strike, I think, and then we're going to spend the strike. So that's 1 damage, which is enough to kill you, right? This one here, because you're on 3, so you come into our hands, another useless strike. And then we get to do another 3 damage over here, which is enough to kill you. When defeated, gain 2 coins, and when defeated, gain 2 more coins. Love that. Okay, so that's you into our hand. We need to replace you. Okay, now I think I was meant to spend one of these. I think I'm on 1. I could do some more shopping. You know what, let's buy you. So I'm going to buy you. This is when we gain one token and one action token and focus for a shield. If we put it on a Viren card, it costs 2 less. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to spend all 3 of these to leave me with 1 to put it on. I'm going to have to put it on a strike. I don't really want to. Don't really want to. I'm going to put it over here, I think. Okay. I'd rather put it on this, but it's already out and played. These will go away. Okay. So that's that. Discard all play tactics, lose all unspent action, reset armor, refill the battlefield with active threats. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a fast or anything, so that's fine. Okay. Advance the danger by 1. We're still on 2s. Gain 3 action points. And then draw from here. 1, 2, and 3. We have Kossi Viren Lobbyist, an ally. Tactics with a printed cost of 2 or more cost 1 less to play until the end of this turn. That's quite nice. Tactic, 4 health. Until the end of this turn, this card counts as any 1 extra faction type. Love that. Okay. And a Viren Recruit. And we exhaust it. We do 3 damage and Conspire. Recognize another card of this faction. And we get another one of these. That's quite nice as well. But I'm actually going to get you, I think. You're a 0 cost. We get to heal. And until the end of this turn, it counts as 1 other faction. We've got other cards where that comes in handy. So we'll take you. You go back over here. You go into this card. Which, again, I have to turn around. And there we go. You're in our hand as well. Okay. Okay. So that was all of that. It's back to our phase. You should have gone over here. I've got 1 coin. I could buy some damage. Put it on this. That seems like a reasonable shout, actually. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 credit to buy this and tuck you into this card. Okay, then I'm going to refresh this. Okay. So we have 1 taunt. You are worth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. We can handle that. Okay, let's move these out of the way. I'm going to spend you to begin with then. I'm going to heal 4. And I'm going to do 2 damage to you. This card counts as 1 other faction type. So when we need that, we can use it. Unfortunately, we've got 3 cards of the same faction type. We're then going to play Global Target, which does cost us 1 energy, which is then going to be able to gain us 2 credits. And do 4 damage. I should have done this the other way around. You know. That's fine. This is going to do 4 damage, so we can put all 4 on you. I'll use these 2 ones over here. Get 2 coins. And you are now dead. When defeated, we move this along 1. That's that done. And then I've got 4 individual damage to put out. So you've got 5. Are we still on 2? Yeah, you've got 5. You've got 4. Okay, we'll put that there, I think. Okay, then I think I'm going to spend 2 to play you. I get 1 back. Focus. Deal X focus. Sorry, unite. Focus is... What's focus? Words, they're hard. Mandatory effect. X is equal to the number of cards of the same faction. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So we get 3 shields. Not that I think we're going to need them necessarily. We deal one, with this moves along one, we deal 1 damage, which is 1 to you, and deal X damage, unite equal to the number of unique factions. So these are all the same, but if we remember, this one is worth 1 extra faction. So we're doing 2 extra damage, which is enough to kill you. So that's you gone. When defeated, you do 3 damage, 1, 2, and 3 to you, which is enough to kill you. And when you're defeated, we get a coin. Okay, and then we can spend one of these to do 1 damage, and we may as well put it on the boss over here, really. Now I could try and do damage to you over here if I wanted to. Whereas I could just spend 1 action point, 2 coins to deal 1 damage over here. That feels like it might be worth a shout. Spend 2 of these and 1 of these to put 1 more damage on you. We're 2 away. Okay, so that's the end of that. Threat phase, there are none. Discard all played tactics. Done. Lose all unspent actions. Done. Reset armor to 0. Done. Refill the battlefield. 1, 2, 3. Advance down. So this is now worth 3. Again, apologies if it should have been worth 3 earlier. Gain 3 action points. Draw 3 cards. Draw 3 cards. So this one over here, we have Relentless Charge, worth 3 damage, costs 1 to play. Conspire. Return this card to your hand if you discard another card from play. Conspire requires another card of this faction in hand. We haven't really got any of those. This one I like. Elite Peacekeepers does 3, 6, 9, 12 damage. Pretty cool, right? Does cost 3 to play, mind you, which is a bit painful. And then we have Medical Nanites, 2 plus defeat 1 threat, and it's free. We're taking that one, clearly. Right, as much as I want the Peacekeepers, we're taking that one. Okay, you come back over here. We're going to tuck you into this sleeve. Okay, you come into our hand. And then we're ready to go again. Okay, I've got my card that does multiple bits of damage across the board, which is nice. 13 damage. If I could get some credits, it would be huge. Oh, but we've got the 3 that we need to kill. So if I play this, let's just have a think. 3, 5. So 3, 4, 5. So that's 10. And 3, 4, 5. I only need to kill 2 of these, right? So I'm going to play this card, spending all 3 of these, which does 13 damage. Doesn't matter what order I do this in. You've got 5 health. So we're going to put you over here. When defeated, we get to put 3 damage on you. And that 3 damage goes here. And then we get to do 3, 4, 5. So another 2 damage on you. That puts this up to 7, right? And that's you dead. And that puts 4 damage on you, which is enough to kill, 1 more, which we can do anyway from over here, which would be you dead as well. But ultimately, all of these are going to do damage to the boss, which puts us up to 5, which is enough to kill you. And that's that. I get the feeling I might have missed some of these increases. If I did, I'm so sorry. I'll have a look when I'm editing and just see if I can point out, or if we skip this entirely, if it's so bad that we don't, it doesn't really make sense, because normally these are much further down the list. Maybe I was just a bit fortunate. Maybe I got something clearly wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, with this, I just really wanted to show you Unstoppable. It's one of my games of the year. It's a fantastic game. I haven't got it to the table nearly enough. I'll tell you what, I've been waiting for the expansion to hit the UK. It only really adds new players, I think, and a few more new upgrade cards and stuff. But I've been waiting that to come out to get it back to the channel. But it's impossible to get hold of. So at some point, I'm sure it will make its way here. But there you go. This is Unstoppable. It's a fantastic game. Highly recommend it. Apologies if we got a load wrong with skipping this. Hopefully we didn't get too much wrong. And I'll try and play it more often to be more familiar with it. I think that's the key with all of these games. Unfortunately, when you're trying to create content, you're trying to play a wide variety of games. There's so many rules to take in. There you go. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button, all of that stuff. That really helps. Leave me a comment if you have played Unstoppable. Let me know the bits I got wrong. Share the video, like the video. All of those things really help. If you want to support the channel, go and check out the Patreon. There's a load of free content on there if you just want to join and have a read of some of the blogs. We've got blogs on there for all of the campaign games we've been playing, but equally I do a blog after every games night that I have off channel. We've been playing Ticket to Ride and Legacy and Earthborn Rangers and a few others, so there's all of those blogs over there, but a load of content for free as well. And if you want to support the channel over there, you get a load of extra videos, playthroughs, learn to plays, all of those sorts of things. So thank you so much as always. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again soon.